Welcome to another episode of Totally Desperate. And now, here's your host, Ryan West.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Totally Desperate, the game show that hooks up one lucky female with one totally desperate bachelor of her choosing. Now, before we meet our lucky female, let's meet our bachelors. First up, we have Michael. Michael, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm 25. I'm a law professor at the University of Akron. I come from a long line of lawyers and doctors in my family. I just got back from this little thing down in El Salvador, helping out the poor and homeless with Brad and Angelina. And to lift my spirits when I got back, I took my yacht for a cruise around the world.
Very impressive. Very impressive. Next up, we have Cooter. Cooter, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Name's Cooter. Friends call me Coot. I'm 24 years old. I'm between jobs right now. I got my own place in Shady Acres Trailer Park. Hey, Ma! I'm on TV! Come on!
All right, then. Next up, we have Carl. Carl, tell us about you.
Hey man, I'm Carl. And you wouldn't know it from looking, but I've got a little Italian in me. I work in the pharmaceutical divisions of Procter & Gamble. Yeah, I'm a test subject. Thanks to wise investment decisions, I'm practically a thousandaire, with a swinging pad and a mini bar that's always hopping.
Well, there you have it. Three very different guys for today's Bachelorette to choose from. Speaking of which, let's bring her out. She's been waiting patiently in the back in our soundproof booth. Gina, come on out here. Hello, Gina, and welcome to the show. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, I'm Gina. I'm 21 years old from Akron, Ohio. I'm a model/actress, and I'm also a student at the University of Akron.
Well, we hope you have fun today, Gina. Well, you all know how it works at home. Gina starts off by asking a series of questions, which each bachelor will have a chance to reply to one at a time. After the questioning is complete, Gina will then be faced with the task of choosing just one guy to take her on her blind date. Gina, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let the questioning begin.
Okay, question 1. Describe to me in detail what our date would be like. Bachelor number 1, you go first.
Well, first, I'd pick you up in my limo, where we could sip champagne on our way over to a small romantic little bistro I know in Bath. Then after dinner and dessert of strawberries and whipped cream, I'd take you back out in my limo for a nice romantic cruise around the city.
That sounds romantic. Bachelor number 2, what would our date be like?
What? I gotta take you to dinner first? All right, but you're paying for your own Happy Meal.
Wow. All right. How about you, Bachelor number 3?
Every girl deserves a fancy time, and there's no place fancier than Long John Silver's. After a succulent meal of crab cakes, we'll off to my jacuzzi, where we could talk about art, and you could stare at my manly pecs, and we could talk about video games.
All right, that wraps up round 1. Gina, are you ready for another round?
Yep, ready.
All right, let's do it then.
Okay, Bachelor number 1. If you could be any piece of my clothing, what would you be and why?
Well, I guess I'd have to be your necklace, so I could always be close to your heart.
Aw, how sweet. Bachelor number 2?
Well, I guess I'd be your jewelry, because I can pawn myself for some smokes and some brewskis.
How nice. Anyways, how about you, Bachelor number 3?
clothes. I would be your cummerbund. So you'd always have a place to keep your pens.
Well, that does it for round 2. Gina, are you ready for round 3?
Actually, Ryan, I think I'm ready to choose right now.
Oh, wow. Gina's made up her mind. Well, who's it going to be? Bachelor number 1, Bachelor number 2, or Bachelor number 3?
For my date, I choose Bachelor number 3.
All right, Gina, interesting choice. Bachelors 1 and 2, thank you for playing, and good luck finding that special someone. Well, there certainly is someone for everyone. All right, Gina, are you ready to meet your date?
Yes, I'm very excited.
All right, I can see that. Well, go on over. He's waiting for you, Bachelor number 3.
Oh my gosh, what is that?
I'm your date.
I did not sign up for this.
Hey, Toasty Buns. I got a handful of kibbles for you.
Ooh, well, that does it for this episode of Totally Desperate. Join us next time. Bye.